Hey everybody, Chris Bruce, Mr. Real Estate Swag. I am here in Miami, Florida. I'm actually here with one of my students, Michelle.
Hello.
All right, and we're here because it's a very special moment. I love it every single time when a brand new investor closes their first deal. So what I wanted to do was just come down to Miami, meet with her, talk about this particular deal, how she found it, how much she made, and just to kind of give you guys some more inspiration and some more insight on what it takes to actually get that first deal closed. So Michelle, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You literally did everything I told you to do.
Literally everything.
Like most people usually, when I tell them to do something, they don't necessarily do it. They try to do it their way. But you literally did everything I told you. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So let's talk about where you were previous to even getting into real estate. So kind of talk about like what your background, like what do you do for your occupation right now?
Okay. Well, I'm actually born and raised here in Miami, and I'm in healthcare. I actually work for the county hospital here. I'm a pharmacy tech. Have been a pharmacy tech for a little over 15 years.
Okay.
So that's where I am. I've actually just graduated with my MBA.
Nice.
And I have my undergrad in supply chain management. So I love healthcare, but I love business, and I also love real estate.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, wow, that's a big difference. I mean, healthcare and real estate. So, what led you to wanting to be involved in real estate? Was it something that you saw, or just growing up as a child, you just wanted to be involved with it?
It was watching the infomercials, the Carlton Sheets stuff.
Man,
that was the one that hooked me. And I've been drinking the real estate Kool-Aid since. I've been trying to get started for some time.
Okay. So did you invest in like a seminar training or any courses previous?
Oh wow, I've invested in so many actually.
I think we all have.
I did the Carlton Sheets. There's some other people that I followed in the past, and I brought their packets and tried their programs, and it just, I would get very, very close, and then the deal just wouldn't fall through for whatever reason. So I would get excited about it, try it. The deal wouldn't fall through. I get discouraged and I quit. And that cycle happened for a long time.
Yeah, it's challenging. I mean, even doing a few deals, multiple deals. It's I think it really comes down to that mindset that. We make it seem so very easy at times, but even like my business today, I have deals fall apart. It's a part of the business, unfortunately. But let's talk about this particular deal. So, so you got started the mentoring program. I know, and I want to mention this. The great thing about this deal that Michelle did, before we get into it, is that she did this deal completely 100% virtual.
Yes.
Which is amazing. We're in Miami, and the deal, where was the deal at?
It was in Orange City, right outside Daytona.
Okay, now you never saw this property before.
Never saw the property.
And you never met the seller?
Never met the seller.
Wow, okay. this is great. Okay, so let's get in detail about this deal. Okay, so how did you find this deal?
I found the deal through a marketing campaign that I did, that Chris told me to do. So it was actually maybe the first or second marketing campaign that we had done. So how much postcards did you actually send out? I sent out 1,000 postcards.
Okay, so 1,000 postcards, got a few responses.
Yes.
And this call came in. What was the situation behind this particular deal?
The situation was, well, I'll just say, like, in addition to the marketing campaigns, we had hired a virtual assistant to follow up with all the phone calls that were calling in. So she through the CRM, the Podio, She told me about the deal, and gave me all the numbers. It was a very small 2-bedroom, 1-bath, had been vacant for over 15 years. And it was just, it was, had been vacant for that long. It was an older lady in her 70s. Property was run down, didn't have the money to restore the property. So they were just really looking to sell it.
Okay,
get rid of
it. Okay. Yeah. All right, so when it came down to the negotiation, like far as what was she asking? Was it close to what you were looking to pay for? Or?
Actually, they were already motivated. I had actually been dealing with her son-in-law the entire time. So even when I called back the first time, I was thinking I was speaking to the owner. He was like, no, I'm the son-in-law. I help her with all of her affairs because she's just not savvy to any of this. So, but the price that he gave, it was like right on target where we needed to be. So it wasn't much negotiations. It was just, this is what I want. The numbers look right. And I was like, okay, we can give it to you.
Perfect. All right. So you find this deal, you negotiate the deal over the phone. Okay, who was your boots on the ground? Like, how did you actually get photos to actually see what the property looked like?
Well, you encouraged me to get a photographer, and I put out an ad on Craigslist for a photographer, and I got a few hits. But I chose this one guy in particular. He actually does professional photos and actually does a little handyman work on the side.
Nice.
So he was able to take the photos, email them. I paid him via Cash App. We communicated through text. I think I may have talked to him once on the phone. So.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah.
And how much did you, just for people just thinking that it might cost a lot of money?
Side note, there was a photography service that I was looking into, and they wanted $500. And Chris was like, absolutely not. You're not doing that. You're going on Craigslist. So that was $45.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So $45. All right. And so you got this guy. You got the photos back to you. You went to negotiate the deal. How much did you contract the deal for?
It was for $30,000.
$30,000. Okay.
Yes.
So $30,000, and you didn't actually use your own money.
No.
Credit to it. Okay.
No.
So you locked it up with a contract.
Yes.
All right. Did you put a deposit down?
I did not.
No deposit. Okay. So you had this contract for $30,000. Then you went out, and what was the next step? How did you go out and find a buyer?
The next step was to go on, what was the website we used?
The Flat Fee.
Flat Fee,
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Listed the property via Flat Fee.
Okay.
And that was, I think, $97 to do, but that's for 6 months. So definitely worth the money to do it that way.
Okay.
So yeah, I posted it via Flat Fee, and the calls started coming in for the property that I had.
All right. And so then you found a buyer. How much did you find a buyer to pay you for that?
The buyer agreed to pay $38,000.
Okay.
For the deal.
$38,000. Okay. And then, of course, there were some fees and stuff you had to pay with the realtor and helping out finding the buyer and stuff. So, how much did you net on this deal?
My net profit was $6,585.
Whew. That's a good payday. That's a good payday. Okay, so
not bad at all.
No, not bad at all. Okay, so 65 net. So your investment into this campaign, into the Flat Fee, into the field guide, how much would you approximately say you put into it?
For this deal, I'd say it was about $700.
Okay, so
to make that deal work.
$700 to make $6,500. I will keep spending every $700 I can. You know, that's the good thing about investing, though, is that you use your cash to be a worker, to be employed for you, to put that marketing out and bring you leads that turn into deals, that turn into money.
Yes.
So I'm not going to take too much longer. But I want to ask you, what would you say your experience would be with working with me in the mentoring program for people that's thinking about it or might be on the fence of getting started?
Working with Chris was great. He's very accessible. I had tons of questions and he answered all of my questions all the time. Whenever I felt stuck with something, if I felt like maybe I needed his help, you know, negotiating with a buyer or a seller, he had no problem saying, okay, you know, what time are you available? Let's do a conference call. He literally held my hand through the entire process. So he was very good with providing the video modules that I needed to first learn the step-by-step process. And then it was like, okay, let's push the bird out the nest and let's do this marketing campaign. So very encouraging, very knowledgeable, and he didn't let me down. I told him, I said, don't disappoint me. It was a slight threat. So it was great, a great experience.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this case study. Again, this business is real.
Yes.
You know, Michelle, this is her first deal, and she did it virtual. She didn't see the property. She didn't meet the seller. She didn't meet the buyer. She didn't even actually go to the city to pick up the check. She got the money wired to her account.
Yes.
So you can do this business.
Absolutely.
You just got to put in the work. And Michelle is a very diligent worker. She did everything that I told her to do and went beyond. And this is why she's successful. So guys, if you're interested in having the same success, there's going to be some link below. You can go ahead and you can hit the apply button. Let's schedule a time for us to talk and see if you'll be a good fit. Any last words you want to give the world, Michelle?
It is possible to get this done. I've been discouraged in the past, and this has been literally a 10-year process.